Dr. Nidhi Mehta. I'm a cardiologist from Lehigh Valley Heart and Vascular Institute. Joining me today at the wonderful Easton Public Market is my daughter, Avantika Crooke, and Chef Cody Dally from Cody's Eats and Sweets from Nazareth, PA. We're going to have a wonderful, heart-healthy cooking demonstration that I'm going to have Chef Cody Dally share.
Well, nice to meet you, Dr. Mehta. Nice to meet you, Avantika. I'm excited to have you guys here with me today while we make some tasty, heart-healthy dishes. In today's world, people hear healthy, heart-healthy, and they think, I'm gonna have to eat food that doesn't taste good, I'm gonna have to eat food that's not exciting. That's not the case. The dishes that we're gonna be making, we have one savory dish. It's gonna be a ahi tuna steak crusted with Japanese togarashi seasoning, which has Szechuan peppers, white and black sesame seeds, and also nori, which is Japanese for seaweed. And for kids, since kids may not be too acclimated to ahi tuna, we're going to do a chicken breast for Avantika today. And Dr. Mehta is going to be here adding some commentary on why what I'm doing is heart healthy, emphasizing different aspects of all my ingredients, from the quinoa brown rice to the edamame to the tuna and all of its omega-3s, all that good stuff. We're also going to be doing a quinoa brown rice fried rice. I say fried in quotations because it's heart healthy. So we're not going to do all the butter and all the salt that you normally find in fried rice. We're using low sodium soy sauce. We have healthy grapeseed oil. And let's get started. I'm excited. So first, I have my pans heating up here right now. I have grapeseed oil in these pans. Dr. Mehta, do you have any feedback on grapeseed oil or why you think that might be a heart-healthy choice for our viewers today?
When we think of certain oils, we think of how much saturated fat there is and how much monounsaturated fat. Grapeseed oil allows for higher cooking times to really cook these foods with essentially a healthier aspect to cooking.
So right now I am crusting our ahi tuna steaks with the togarashi seasoning blend.
One of the things with these seasonings that we discussed is having low salt options. There is very, very minimal salt. And as we were talking with tuna is high in omega-3 fatty acids. If you particularly don't like tuna, there is salmon, there is mackerel, there's sardines, trout. These are all high in omega-3 fatty acids. And obviously, if you're not interested in fish, there is the chicken option for children.
So since we're acclimating kids to new flavors, especially with heart-healthy dishes, we want to go kind of mild with the seasoning. I still want to get the togarashi seasoning on here to give the whole dish a theme, so we're not just putting a plain piece of chicken on there. But right now I have the tuna steak seasoned and I have the chicken breast seasoned. What we're going to do, I have a cast iron pan here with grapeseed oil. I have this over high heat. But what we're going to do, we're going to sear these tuna steaks, get a nice crust on the outside of these tuna steaks. Ahi tuna typically isn't cooked all the way through. We're going to cook this about medium rare, so it's about 1 to 2 minute sear on both sides. Then we're going to take it off the heat, and then we're going to slice to finish plating our dish. I'm also going to get the chicken breast in this pan right here. So while these tuna steaks and this chicken breast is going, we're going to get our fried rice started.
And so we were talking about using brown rice and quinoa as opposed to white rice. The beauty of brown rice is it has a much, much higher fiber content. So it's a whole grain. When we talk about whole grains versus processed foods, this has a much, much higher fiber content. And we all know the higher the fiber, the more nutritious value, along with the lines that it follows what many of us know as the Mediterranean diet, which really focuses on using whole grains. So this has both the brown rice and the quinoa.
So one thing we're doing right now, we're also sauteing this over very high heat. Traditionally, fried rice is made in a wok, but sometimes, especially when you're working with veggies like this, I like a lot more surface area that I can stir it around in and get the rice and veggies moving around.
Smells good.
Thank you. So we're going to turn this heat up on the fried rice here. I have red peppers in here. I have garlic. I'm going to add some julienne carrots here.
And cutting all these vegetables, you could do that with your children. You know, give them a knife that's not sharp, and really they can be cutting some of the vegetables alongside of you while you're preparing some of these other dishes.
Flip this chicken breast over. See that nice golden brown color that we have on there? I'm going to turn my tuna steaks over as well. Oh, look at that. That's exactly the crust that you're going for.
This looks delicious. This looks like we just grilled on the barbecue.
So see, I got multiple things going on here. I got tuna searing, I got chicken searing, got my fried rice going here. Also, one thing that Dr. Mehta is going to talk more about, this is a puree right here. This is made with avocado, Greek yogurt, and wasabi. And she's going to talk about the benefits of avocado and wasabi and how they relate to heart-healthy eating.
So, as we know, I like that the base is a Greek yogurt. Greek yogurt is a very, very high protein dairy product compared to regular yogurt. The amount of 7 ounces of Greek yogurt has about 20 grams of protein, which is wonderful. Avocados, we all know they're considered high fat, but they're actually higher in monounsaturated fats as opposed to saturated fats. We know that saturated fats and trans fats are both linked with cardiovascular disease, but monounsaturated fats and polyunsaturated fats actually have nutritious value because of the fact that they have less of the saturated fats. And then wasabi has other chemicals, anti-inflammatory properties. It's a root-based product. It's very pungent on its own, but when it's mixed with an avocado and a Greek base, actually has anti-inflammatory properties as well. So again, these are 3 ingredients that are simple to combine. Again, have your wonderful child at next to you who could easily combine these ingredients into the base.
So I just took the tuna off the heat. As you see, that was very quick. About 1 to 2 minutes per side. We got a beautiful crust on there. You see the togarashi seasoning that got crusted on there. We're gonna let that rest for a little bit while this chicken finishes up cooking. We also got our quinoa brown rice going here.
That looks delicious.
So traditionally, fried rice is made with either jasmine rice or long grain white rice. But today we went with the quinoa brown rice for the much healthier option. And not only is this heart healthy, but you can see it's a very beautiful dish too. We got a lot of colors going on here. We got the red peppers, we got carrots. We're also going to add some edamame in here.
A lot of individuals will talk about taking vitamin and mineral supplements, but as we can show here, the red peppers, the carrots, which are high in beta carotene, the edamame, all these agents have a high amount of vitamins and minerals.
So now we're going to go on to the seasoning aspect of the fried rice. We're going to start with some low sodium soy sauce here. So I'm going to do what I think looks right in here. I would say probably about 2 tablespoons of low sodium soy sauce, but again, I'm just eyeballing this. It's all down to taste and all about what you like.
So obviously, having a low sodium option would be ideal. And again, as Chef Cody said, to taste. You know, getting used to adding less salt, you actually get acclimated to that taste, and you'll begin to appreciate that you don't need to add nearly as much salt to make your food tasty.
We also have some rice wine vinegar here that I'm going to season this fried rice with. That adds a nice bit of acidity to it. Really brings the flavors and pop. I'm all about big flavors, and it's definitely coming through in these dishes. One thing I'm going to finish this with is a little bit of sesame oil. Sesame oil is a very gentle oil. You don't want to give it too much heat, so that's why you finish the dish with it. You smell that sesame oil in there?
I do. And if you know, we talked about using grapeseed oil, but you could also use other vegetable oils as well. Canola oil is fine. We try to stay away from avocado oil or coconut oil, especially. Coconut oil is really high in saturated fat. But grapeseed oil or canola oil, any of these could be possible alternatives. Would you agree with that,
Yeah,
Chef Cody?
Absolutely. Grapeseed oil is my favorite oil to use in the kitchen because of its high smoke point, and it has a very low flavor profile too. When you use it, it doesn't give a dish any flavor, as opposed to something like olive oil, which is still very heart healthy. Olive oil will drastically alter the taste of a dish. You're gonna taste the olives in the dish, which I'm not going for here. So we're just waiting on the chicken breast to finish cooking here. Whenever you're cooking chicken at home, you want the chicken to be around 165 degrees. That's gonna ensure that any kind of bacteria on the chicken is killed. Fish, depending on what kind of fish you're cooking, you're looking for around 135 to 140. That's gonna prevent a lot of foodborne illness as well. In the meantime, I'm gonna start plating this dish up. So we're gonna turn this fried rice off here because this is done. Keep that chicken breast going. I'm gonna put some gloves on here and we're gonna slice this ahi tuna steak up.
So we talked about, fish high in omega-3 fatty acids. We've used chicken, which is considered a leaner meat. A lot of the Mediterranean diet focuses on lean meats and fish high in omega-3 fatty acids. We try to minimize the use of red meat. We know that red meat is associated with more cardiovascular disease. Again, follow the Mediterranean diet guidelines in terms of going for more leaner meats. So again, we talk about a lot in terms of a well-balanced diet. As you can see here, we're trying to go for all the food groups. We have our vegetables, our avocados, our whole grains. Obviously, we're going to have our meats. And again, if you want to follow more of a plant-based option, Chef Cody, could you do this with tofu?
Absolutely. Same thing. I would dice the tofu up, get a nice hot pan with that grapeseed oil in it. I would throw your tofu in there and simply season it with the togarashi seasoning, just as we did with the chicken and tuna.
Great.
Chicken should be just about done here. Perfect. We hit 165. Gonna turn that heat off. Let that chicken breast rest a little bit right there. Take our tuna steaks.
That looks perfect.
See the beautiful colors that we got there? All the red peppers and the rice. Got the julienne orange carrots. And one thing about this dish too, it's gonna be visually appealing to kids. So kids are gonna see all the colors and they're gonna be like, wow, this looks really good. Let me try this.
Totally agree. I mean, everything that Chef Cody cooked today is coming, fruits, vegetables, right from the supermarket, your chicken, the tuna, the avocado, as opposed to buying prepackaged processed foods. Makes a world of a difference. Definitely leads to a heart healthier life. There's multiple studies that have showed that looking at processed foods, processed meats are essentially associated with increased cardiovascular risk. So this is all from scratch that Chef Cody's making it today.
So as you can see, here's our final dish. We have our seared ahi crusted togarashi crusted tuna steak with our quinoa brown rice, fried rice with all of our colorful veggies. And then underneath we have that beautiful green avocado wasabi puree. It's been made with Greek yogurt as well. And then also for Avantika over here, we have our seared togarashi crusted chicken breast with our same thing, quinoa brown rice, fried rice, and our avocado wasabi puree.
Chef Cody, this looks absolutely delicious. So as Chef Cody likes to make it visually appealing, we think of heart healthy, and we know that all greens, these are microgreens, arugula, kale, all these things are high fiber, lots of vitamins and minerals, and they very easy to prepare. You just wash them and put them on the plate. So again, really creating a very well-balanced meal.
Alrighty, I'm excited to have you guys try it.
Yeah.
You guys ready to dig in?
I think so.
Yeah. Part 2 of today's Heart Healthy Cooking segment with Lehigh Valley Health Network, we're going to get into our sweet side of things. I'm from Cody's Eats and Sweets in Nazareth, and one thing I'm known for is doing big cookies. Again, not so heart healthy. They're full of butter, full of brown sugar, full of the bad stuff, basically. But today we're going to teach you guys a heart healthy dessert. It's going to be a tart cherry nice cream. It's made with sour cherries, sweet cherries, mashed bananas, and unsweetened almond milk. Avantika is going to be here with me helping out. I love to get kids involved with cooking. So we're going to start peeling the bananas and we're going to mash these up for the ice cream.
Did you know that bananas are high in fiber, potassium, folate, and antioxidants such as vitamin C, which all support a heart-healthy diet?
And again, this goes back to going for whole foods. So this is your straight bananas from the supermarket, tart cherries, and your sweet cherries. There's nothing processed here, nothing prepared beforehand, which again supports a heart-healthy diet.
So the role of the bananas in this nice cream is it's going to add the creaminess that we're looking for with typically what ice cream has. We're not adding any dairy to this. We're not adding any milk, cream, simply mashed bananas and the frozen fruit.
And Chef Cody, could you do this with any fruits?
Absolutely.
If there's any substitutes that you could provide, if you don't have these specific things in your cupboard or refrigerator?
If you wanted to do frozen mangoes, frozen pineapples, that would give you more of a tropical nice cream, which I would definitely enjoy. Frozen oranges, you could do frozen strawberries, frozen blueberries, whatever basically you want. The one key component of the nice cream is the bananas though. So whatever frozen fruit you tend to use over here, you want to add the bananas to it because that's what adds you or gives you the creaminess texture. So Avantika, if you want to match these up with this fork right here, I'll maybe put some gloves on and get in there with my hands to help you out too.
Again, this is something definitely you could get your kids involved mashing up bananas. Oh, good.
Avantika, would you want to put some gloves on and get in those hands too?
Yeah.
You love to get your hands dirty.
I know.
This is how we make it fun for kids too. Here's some gloves for you.
This is like a dream come true for kids.
It's ice cream, but it's heart healthy.
And again, if you have the tart cherries are high in vitamin A. They're also high in isothionins, which are both have very high anti-inflammatory properties. If you go tropical with the mangoes and the high vitamin C based products, again, they're all different vitamins, but essentially what we're talking about, all these fruits and vegetables in general are high in minerals, high in vitamins, and easy to access.
So Avantika, if you want to bring those bananas over here, I'm going to add these frozen sweet and tart cherries into the food processor. We have about 2 cups of sweet cherries, 1 cup of tart cherries. We're going to add in our mixture of about, I would say, 2 cups of pureed banana. And then to kind of thin this down a little bit, we're going to add some unsweetened almond milk in here.
Again, almond milk caters definitely to vegan, so you're not using just direct dairy. I'm sure you could do it with regular whole milk as well as an option.
Absolutely. So we got the lid on here. We're going to go ahead and puree this up right now. Now, obviously, this comes out a little thinner right now, but obviously, we want to put this in the freezer overnight, so that would set up and freeze into a nice ice cream texture then.
And just again, keeping in mind that there's no added sugar, which is a really, really important aspect, right? When we think of all desserts that kids love, they all have added sugar in it.
So as you can see, this has a consistency right now of about soft ice cream. It's going to come off that spoon really nice. This is going to have a slight icy texture to it from the frozen fruit. And like I said before, you'd want to put this in the freezer overnight to set up, and then you'll be able to scoop it out like you would a traditional ice cream. Let me grab this bowl right here. We're going to plate some of this up for you guys to try.
Kind of looks like cherry soft serve or water ice, like Rita's.
So this is going to be naturally sweet from the bananas and the cherries.
And obviously, some of these meals take a little longer to make, but that's something you could make in bulk and put it in the freezer, and you could have it on different occasions. So,
and especially as we're going into the spring and summertime too, this would be great for spring and summer. It's really refreshing, has those fresh frozen fruits in it. And again, perfect for road trips too. Throw it into a cooler with some ice packs, and you got a nice, healthy, heart-healthy dessert to go along with our savory togarashi crusted tuna steak and chicken breast, our quinoa brown rice, fried rice, and our beautiful avocado wasabi puree.
right. Thank you, Chef Cody. This was absolutely amazing. This was just a pleasure to be here together. Again, talking about heart healthy tips while making an absolutely wonderful meal. I hope everyone was able to get a little bit of information about a heart healthy lifestyle as part of February Heart Month.